What's up, everyone? It's your girl Tamara Ivey here with Ashley Stewart and Ashley TV. OMG, it is Sunday evening, okay? I'm keeping track of the days because I'm working from home and I'm having a good time doing my work from home series with Ashley Stewart. We're having an amazing time with you guys. A lot of interaction. We have so much things going on social. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in to our special work from home edition. This again is Ashley TV. Okay, for those who are tuning in for the first time, I am your host Tamara Ivey, and we have special guests joining us today. But before I get to who our special guest is, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. And you guys do remember that our stores have been closed since March 17th. But for any updates, to keep in touch with us, find out about any deals, you can text STORE, STOREDIVA, STORE DIVA, to 28789. Again, that is STORE, STOREDIVA, STORE DIVA to 28789 for all of those updates. All right, so recently we just posted that we have a weekly schedule going on. You guys have seen our transformation videos. Shout out to everybody that was in our video. It has almost reached the 1 million mark on Facebook. And if you haven't seen it, make sure you go check it out. There's some fabulous plus size divas in that video. Shout out to all my beautiful ladies. You've seen our caption this contest. Shout out to who's that girl, Darnell Lubin. Oh my God, she has us dying in those pictures and everything. And everybody's caption. You guys are doing amazing. You guys know that's your way to win a $100 Ashley Stewart gift card. So keep staying in touch with us on a weekly basis. And every Thursday is the caption contest. So that's how you get your $100 Ashley Stewart gift card, all right? So now's the time to treat yourself, ladies. And if now isn't the time, I don't know when is, but now is the time to treat yourself. It's all about us at the end of the day, okay? We are the ones holding it down. So make sure you treat yourself. Visit us at ashleystewart.com. Listen, I just got this fabulous little number. This is Curvy Girl by Ashley Stewart. And I'm going to show you guys a full body later. But it's available online now. And we have amazing deals and steals. OMG. So now, I mentioned everything about, making sure that you stay in tune with us and all that good stuff. It's Sunday evening at 6 p.m. We're doing these Instagram lives at 6 p.m. And then we're going to later on feature them on Facebook. So that's why I was talking about Facebook a little bit real quick. All right. So next up is joining me somebody in the fashion industry who's near and dear to me. We've worked together for many, many years. You guys know that I've worked at FUBU and Jordache, FUBU Ladies, and things like that. And this woman, not only is she like a stylist and things like that, I'm gonna just wait for her to come on in. She's not a stylist and things like that, but she's been a designer in the fashion industry since, I want to say, 1992, 91, 92, professionally. She'll be able to clarify that. But her name is Kiki Peterson. She's worked for FUBU, Debian, Nicki Minaj. I mean, you name it, she's done and creatively styled either these brands, designed for them in-house, their in-house designer, and she's a female entrepreneur. You guys know that Ashley Stewart is all about female entrepreneurship, and that's why we featured women like Maddie last week on Friday, and now Kiki this evening. So let me see if we have our girl on. All right. Everybody is on. I see you guys. I see you, but I don't see Kiki yet. So, what we're going to do is wait for her to chime in. Shout out to everybody that is here. When will we start delivering to? Well, we do deliver overseas. Please visit us at ashleystewart.com to find out if we deliver to where you guys are located. Okay, well, we have everyone's. Hey, Jeannie girl. Hi, boo. Hey, yes, Danina's in the building. Yes, all the ladies, industry chicks is in the house. Seaweed is in the house. Christina's in the house. Wow, everybody's in. Okay. All right. So let's see. I'm going to go back and see if my girl is here. Let's see. She should be here in any minute now. If not, it's okay. So you guys start talking to me. So what's going on? How you guys doing? Listen, Ashley Stewart, we have been through a lot. But without you guys, we wouldn't be where we're at today. OMG. You guys have been by our side for over 28 years. And all throughout all of our initiatives, all of our events, you've attended, you've been to almost everything that we've been a part of. So you know our story, you know our philanthropy, you know all our missions and all of our, things that are near and dear to our heart. I think Kiki's on. All right. Yes, Kiki doll is on. So ladies and gents, please welcome the one and only Kianga Peterson. All right. Hi, Kiki.
How are you?
How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm like, how's this work? Oh, request.
Look at you looking like you in the Kiki Kitty code.
That's the way I be. That way I be right up in here.
Yes. How
Make
are
it
you,
happen.
Kiki? Yes, you look beautiful.
Why, thank you.
All right. Well, for those who don't know, I want you to introduce yourself and where you're from and all that good stuff.
Hi, I'm Kiki Kitty, also known as K.Milele. I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
Flatbush.
Man, listen, those days in Flatbush, they'll go. They ain't ready.
Right.
They're not ready.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we had some good times.
Yes. So you're also from Atlanta, where we have about 3 or 4 Ashley Stewart stores as well.
Yes.
Yes, but you don't know that. Don't worry about that. It's all good.
No, listen, I know.
I know you know, because, Atlanta, they thinking right. You know what I'm saying? I love Atlanta. Shout out to my Georgia Peaches, okay?
What up,
you
ATL?
guys always, yes, peace up, ATL down. So listen, Kiki, let's talk about, your entry into the fashion industry and things like that.
My entry into the fashion industry. Well, fashion designer is all I ever wanted to be. Once I found out that there was such a thing, and I ended up going to school. I moved to New York from Atlanta to go to FIT.
Yes.
And I ended up in school with one of the owners of FUBU, with J. Alexander Martin.
Right.
So, they were
that moment
thing. You know how they were out in Queens, kind of like how I'm out here in Brooklyn, in the house, making it happen.
Right. And that's where I met you guys at an audition at FIT.
Yes.
Yes.
We were like, she is fantastic. And I remember we hired you immediately after you modeled for us, and then I hired you as our fit model. Because I'm like, when we started the ladies, because, I was like, can we do ladies, please? And then finally, I'm like, one of the big key elements to doing this ladies line is getting things that fit us, that fit our curves.
Yeah.
The way we want them to fit. And I'm like, this is the shape that we need.
Yeah. You were always big on that. And one thing I always accredited you for, like, as a model, you never really pay attention to the dimensions and the scope of how to be a model and things like that. But one thing I, always credited you guys for was always, making sure that you saw the clothes when you're wearing the product, right?
Yeah.
And it's about your shape and your body, but obviously, we need to obviously have facts to back that up, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
When you think about when I come in thinking about creative direction or whatever for a brand, I'm really thinking of who we're talking to as a customer. Like, who are we selling to? It's not about what's considered typically right or wrong. That's my passion for it and things like that are the reason I'm in this business. It's not about following these rules. And of course, in FUBU, we weren't into following rules. Why is my light doing that? Right. And so it was about the vibe and the energy. Like, if you brought that vibe and energy that made me feel like, all right, she gets it. This is the energy of our consumer. This is our girl.
Right.
That's what I cared about.
I know. So you really connected for over the years outside of FUBU with other brands. You connected with your own personal brand. Let's talk about that, because that was like, a necessary thing for women in fashion. It's not even about straight size, plus size. It was every size. Mm-hmm. I still have my kick-ass kitty, two-piece brown silk. So talk about that, and the entrepreneurship piece of it, because that's really important to our girl and our audience. We support that heavily. And I want people to know what it takes to be an entrepreneur and, fight for your dream as a designer in the fashion industry.
Amen to that. And we are the biggest growing entrepreneurs Black women.
Right.
Coming up. So, yes, K Kitties right after FUBU. It was my first shot at entrepreneurship, and I really didn't think that deep about it in the beginning. Like, I was too young and naive. I was like, I just want to do what I want to do, skibbity do. And, me and the Kitties got together, and we all had the same vision of what we saw in
the Kitties were 3 additional designers for everybody who does not know.
Yes.
3 additional designers. So K.A. Kitty stands for Kick-Ass
Kitties.
Right.
With the Kick-Ass Kitties. And yeah, it was Z Kitty, Dot Kitty, Jazz Kitty, and Kiki Kitty. That's where Kiki Kitty comes from. I feel like before that, it was Kiki from FUBU. And then it was kind of like, it was like my identity. And becoming Kiki Kitty was kind of like my introduction into who I am. Like, this is me. Not the FUBU Ladies was not that. It was, but it was, there's no way I could show all of me under a brand that wasn't owned by me. I still had to go through approvals and fight for things and stuff like that. So this one was like, this is what I want, and this is what it's gonna be. So, but it was the most difficult time in my life. Yeah. But it was also the most incredible time that and you were like
in your 20s, early 30s, around that time.
Yeah, I was in my mid to late 20s, I guess. I was 19 when I started at FUBU. And this was maybe 8 years later or something. So probably late 20s. And it was hard work. But 4 kitties in our little office. Our first office was a loft. And everybody just saw, like, we didn't understand that we were doing anything extraordinary. So when we were getting so much help from other people, I think, like, in hindsight, they probably were just looking at us like, look at these girls. They don't have no damn clue, but they're just so, like, let me help them out. Like, right. Yeah. Like, our landlord gave us, like, for a Manhattan office, he just was like, just 1 month rent and security, just come in. Usually you have to do like 5 months, all this stuff. He was like, just here. Right. It was, we got a lot of support from a lot of people, and it was awesome.
So with that, being that you worked with one of the first brands to offer, plus size to juniors, I know Tommy Hilfiger was one of the first brands, but talk about your experience on working on plus size and, some of the adversities that you experienced working with plus size.
I think for us, we always, first of all, as you know, was an office full of curvy women. You know what I mean? People were coming back and forth in and out of our office. One in particular, I remember having a conversation with Sonia Majette, who was styling at the time. And
shout out to Sonia Majette. Yes,
family. She was like, Kiki, like, y'all gotta get your plus size, because we went up pretty high in sizes. So I don't think I really thought about it. And she was like, Kiki, no, like, you need extended sizes. Like, you need to really own this plus mark. And I was like, we went up to what, 1820? Yeah, just in regular, we went up to 1820, I believe. Right. So we really kind of, no, I think we went up to 14 in regular. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But so I just remember her having that conversation with me, and that's what really drove me to push to get this. And I know there was an article in WWD where Leslie was talking about how difficult it was to even just get us, like, now we have the plus, like, can we get into the stores? Like, can we get this into these stores? It's always been such a push, and it's just like, why? What is the point? And the customers want it. I didn't understand, but yeah, because
to us, we looked normal. We didn't think we were plus. We just, looked normal.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when Lyris came to me in an audition, and the same with you. I was like, she's amazing. And she was telling me she was a plus size in the Wilhelmina. I was like, plus. She was a size 6 at the time.
Right. Shout out to Lyris. Al.
So was crazy.
We're giving out shout outs like we on Video Music Box.
You know who you are.
Shout out to Ralph. Anyway, all right. So you worked. I mean, we know that the whole FUBU thing. You know, you did amazing with that. You for me, you were one of the women in the industry that was like a driving force for designers. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't about Versace. You know, we made it look, you know, like Fifth Avenue, and we literally were in that neighborhood. But at the same time, you know, I think what did it for me was being a teenager and being in that moment, you know, and just living in that moment in the 90s and being a part of that and living in the community where the merchandise was. So I think that was like the most amazing part of experiencing, you know, working with you, Dot, Deneen, and Keish and everybody. So we went over Kick-Ass Kitties, but, you know, I see that you have a 20th anniversary coming up. Or
20 years
It's
now.
been 20 years. Congratulations.
Since my 20th Kitty-versary. So
Woo!
yeah, it's been 20 years since
girl.
that food started caking.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's
as
so
an entrepreneur, sweet. 20 years as an entrepreneur.
Yeah, exactly. Why don't you talk about some other, because this is the part where it's like, it started to explode. Some of your other private label brands, if you can, just, you know, give everybody a little background.
You mean clients?
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah. So we've, the Kitties and I, what we did was start a fashion consulting firm where we designed for other people. Because after FUBU, a lot of people were coming at me, obviously, because it was fabulous and the first urban women brand. So a lot of these like newer brands were coming up, and you know, we sold out. We were kicking ass like off the bat. So everybody was like, "Do that for me," and I didn't want to take another job. So I was like, "How about I do all of them?" So I started the fashion consulting firm with the Kitties, and that's where we launched Rocawear and launched Sean John Women's, and you know, I just tons of brands. We did. We worked for
Baby Fat.
All Nicki the brands that were coming up. Eventually, you know, I went on to do the Nicki Minaj collection, Justin Timberlake's collection.
That was one of my favorites. I mean, Nicki Minaj. Woo. I ran through Kmart for that. Okay.
Yeah, I love. First of all, I love that it was available at Kmart because I feel like, and one of the early conversations I had with Nicki was about how she wanted it to be accessible, and I find that a lot of celebrity brands miss the fact that so much of their customer and their consumer can't necessarily afford the brands that they wear. Correct. But they want that look and they want that vibe and they want to be able to pretty much touch their favorite celeb, and making it as more accessible is the way to really do that and really connect with the fans. Amazing.
So okay, so now we're on to, you know, went up to K.A. Kitties, now K.Milele. Talk about that beautiful collection, where we can find it and all that. All great stuff. Yes, I know you got it on. You had it on Next. We're gonna get on Next in Fashion next. You talk about the inspiration behind that collection.
Yes. So K.Milele, I've always just created things that I want to create, no matter what job I'm working on, with gig, whatever. It's like I go home and I just do whatever the hell I want. And K.Milele is basically that. It's just kind of doing the things that I needed to do for my own creative outlet, and then just making it available. So it's really personal to me, as is everything I do, but it's very personal in the sense that it's really just when you're doing something that's meaningful to you and it's just what you need to do for your own piece. And then people are like, "Ooh, I like it. Can I have it?" It's just really like, what? Right. Like, you identify with that? Like, you know, so it makes it like super special for me. So that's what K.Milele is for me. And, you know, we got that island background. Correct. So my family is Bayesian, and you know, I got island in my blood, so it's a resort collection.
Correct.
My piece is on a beach. Like
Right.
I that's where I go to run away when I need to. And I thought you know, resort was perfect. And it just kind of lent to what I was already doing.
Right.
Yeah, it was cute. Oh, I like that.
Oh, thank you. All right. So now you were recently on a fabulous network, my favorite, but you know, we ain't gonna say all that. You was fabulous. Next in Fashion, talk about it.
Next in Fashion. Well, you know, I have always been behind the scenes.
Yes.
So this was definitely
Your
stepping out.
favorite. You love to be behind the scenes.
Yeah, I can't be like this is like I'm like I have to talk. Okay. Practice. I can talk. So yeah, it was my girl Farai who worked with me at the Nicki Minaj collection.
Yes.
She was you know, worked right beside me as senior designer, and she was casted in the show and they were doing partners, so she invited me.
That was
And,
nice.
yeah. And I think she's the reason that I decided to do it.
That's
So
good.
I'm like,
Yeah.
if she's in it, if I'll be working with her, then
But
cool.
we're gonna leave it there. Let everybody go and watch it. Kiki's on there. Make sure you watch it, and then you know, do your thing.
Yeah, let's see. Yes.
And make sure you follow on Instagram too. So now, what's your take on the evolution of plus size fashion right now?
I love that people are beginning. It's so funny that the conversations about the need for it were so long ago, began so long ago, back in the 90s when we're talking about it. And that I feel like they're still just kind of catching on. It's like, what is taking y'all so seriously?
Right.
But I love that it's here. I love that it's happening. I love when I'm seeing that everyone is being more accepting of understanding that women love their curves. I think the point is like, don't just offer curvy size, you know, don't just offer extended sizes and think that because of so much body shaming, you assume that they don't, you know, that like their curves. And that's nothing could be further from the truth.
Correct.
So I love that that's happening and that it's becoming more understood and broader.
Yes. What do you think of some trends that'll never die?
You know what my favorite thing is, and I know you like it
too. Which
leopard
one?
Print.
Leopard print. That is an Ashley Stewart favorite, honey. We love leopard print.
Listen,
pink, all colors.
From the beginning of time, since cavemen, they were wearing it, and it's like it can be reinvented in 80,000 different ways. Like, forget about it. And it's just like you just have to have it somewhere all the time. And I never do anything without sticking in there somewhere, even if it's like distorted.
Yes. What are some collaborations? I think you know. I know we elaborated earlier, but what are some of the most important, proud moments in your life, collaborations that you're very proud of as an entrepreneur?
God, there's so many. I really take pride in everything I do because it is my passion. I don't. We're raised with you got to be better, stronger, fat, like, you know. So it's like I am very much a perfectionist. Everything I do, I'm very proud of, and so I'm proud of it all. Honestly, I mean, I'm waiting for Ashley Stewart, Kiki.
Yes, I know.
Like, you know. That's about that. I'll be proud of that. Let's do it.
Exactly. And Ashley Stewart is always proud of all of our partnerships. We love all our girls. Where can we find you? Where can let everybody know? Because you know, for me, K.Milele is a big deal. But where can we find what you do, your work, your Instagram, all that good stuff? Let everyone know where we can find you at.
My Instagram is at Kiki Kitty doll. My brand K.Milele it's difficult to. You're going to forget how to spell it. But if you go to Kiki Kitty, there's a link to it. It's K.Milele. And it means sunbeam everlasting.
Right.
That's how Sunbeam everlasting being a sun.
You know, you are too much. You are still the same. I love talking to you. Still fun. And we look to see you. We look forward to seeing you in the future. So you never know what's going on. And how are you coping during the pandemic? You know, I know you know my dad passed the other day, and I'm dealing with that with my sisters and stuff. For me, it's a lot. And you know me, Kiki, it's a lot, right? But at the
Yeah.
same time, my job still my job, but my passion is people.
Yeah.
And I love people, and everyone's been reaching out. Shout out to everyone who's been sending their condolences. How you've been dealing with, you know, what's been going on as an entrepreneur?
It's been challenging, obviously, especially with the world of fashion. If you can't go outside, you can't go to stores, which means stores are canceling orders, which means most of my clients are like, we don't need new designs, go to hell. So but fashion has always taken a hit. 9/11, it took a hit. Every time there's an issue, you know, economic issue, whatever, like fashion is going to take a hit because it's not essential. And, you know, you learn how to pivot, and I'm creative, and
Right.
I figured it out, you know? So as far as quarantine life, I'm always up in here by myself, like for weeks at a time, trying to make it happen. So that part in itself isn't difficult, but you know, just trying to figure it out. I think it's the unknown, like just the, like what the hell's going on, and I can't imagine what you must be going through. I lost a father, and I didn't have these type of this scenario happening at that time. Where it's like so much else in existence and
impacting it. Correct. Yeah. So
it's kind of like it's
a lot. Definitely heavy, and you know, I have my support system, so I'm thankful for that. And daily affirmations, that helps a lot. So one last takeaway for our audience of women that look up to influencers, business women, entrepreneurs, and all that good stuff.
Okay. Me say it? Okay. My word of advice is to always be yourself. Believe in your dopeness. Believe in if you see it. I don't want to say if you see it, you're gonna achieve it. But like it's really true. Like if you have that vision, it's there for a reason, and you have to really trust it, and it's your vision. Everybody might not see it, and it might not be for everybody, but you have to, like, my advice is to just stay true to yourself, and just keep fighting through it. Like, keep doing it, keep doing, just create, whatever it is. Yeah.
Kiki, thank you.
Thank you, Tamara. I want to hug you.
I know. I'll FaceTime you. Listen, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm giving my girl a virtual hug. You guys have been great. Kiki, you are amazing. And thank you for giving so much insight to our audience, because, again, Ashley Stewart is about women entrepreneurship and supporting minority women in business. And, you know, that's another thing my dad was also big on. So this, you know, this series that we're doing, Work From Home series, means a lot. You know, shout out to Maddie, and you're our second host. So thank you so much for tuning in. It was amazing. And thank you for giving insight into, you know, as an African-American woman, being a designer, growing up young in an industry when it was all happening.
Very male dominated.
Yeah, very male dominated. And, you know, till this day, we're still fighting. But, you know, we have our moments, and we're doing it. So congratulations once again. And thank you for being our guest today.
Thank you, Tamara. Thank you for always being such a great support system.
Of course. I love you too. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And we're going to replay this on Facebook. Okay, so make sure you guys tune in. Yes, we have another schedule coming up, but you guys are going to see it. Whoever didn't see it today is going to see it next weekend or so. We'll make sure we'll post that schedule. Tune in for our weekly social media schedule, and make sure you follow Kiki at Kiki Doll on Instagram. And
Kiki Kitty Doll.
Kiki Kitty Doll. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all this Friday at 6 p.m. and we'll let you know who the guest will be this weekend. All right. Have a good one. Take care.
Bye. Bye.